need it hype in here all weekend, okay?
On my very first financial breakthrough that I ever had in my life that changed my life for the rest of my life. If you're ready, say I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hey y'all, I'm in Miami. So I'm here for Millions Conference. I'm excited because it's my first one, and I'm all about, investing, getting into the business, getting to that money. If you guys allow me to talk, I have a whole spiel on how creatives, I feel like, as a creative, if you're creative, you're an actor, writer, whatever, you automatically are in the position of an entrepreneur. That's what I believe personally. And I think many people are talented, but because they lack great entrepreneurship skills or just business skills, their talents will never actually really impact as much people as it could because of the skills that they lack. That is my personal belief. You don't have to believe it. I have a whole spiel on how creatives, as talented and skilled as you are, there's just certain things you need to know, because I think many people suffer from trying to make ends meet and it causes their talents and their creativity to suffer. So if you already have like a way of making income in a way that you don't have to subjugate yourself to a 9 to 5, I believe your talent and your creativity can really live, therefore allowing you to really be able to maximize yourself as a actor or creative or really anything, especially if you have some type of work or talent or gifting or artistry that can't necessarily be in a 9 to 5. Now, this is not necessarily you can't have a 9 to 5, but if you have a 9 to 5 that ain't flexible, that you can't have the time to really work on your creativity and be able to really succeed, then it's kind of like, I have a whole spiel on that. I could rant for days on artists, creatives, and just especially actors, but I'm not going to do that here. But if you want to hear it, please let me know, because I could talk. I could have a whole hour discussion about this, because there's so many talented people that many people will not see because they spend so much of their time trying to make ends meet, rightfully so, especially in this America. Rightfully so, but it's you'll end up regretting it at the end of the day. And I'm here for no regrets. So anyways, that's my spiel. I didn't come here to rant, but I just came here to show y'all my fit. I left my stand at home, so you can't really see my full fit. But let me get this off of me. Okay, but basically I'm wearing a blazer and some shorts. and some brown shorts. I'm wearing a lime green-ish blazer and some shorts. So, anyways, I'm gonna take y'all on, and yeah.
This book in the last month has made me about $16,000, $17,000 in the last month, and in the last year, about 886,000. You say, why are you telling us that? It's a self-replenishing asset. So watch this. When God makes me his resource, does he still get to be God? Yes. Check. When I use my creativity, am I still alive?
Yes.
Check. When I use my creativity to write a book, do I still have the creativity?
Yes.
Check. When I sell the book, I don't have the book I sold, but do I still have books to sell?
Yes.
Check. So when I get this money, I'm going to spend the money. Once I spend the money, do I have the money? Nope. Mm-hmm. I don't start getting no's to all the way down here. I have the car, it eventually becomes worth nothing, but what do I care? Because I have these things. By the way, I don't have one self-replenishing asset. I have a self-replenishing asset that costs $20. I got a self-replenishing asset that costs $30. I got a self-replenishing asset that costs $100. I got one that costs $300. I got one that costs $700. I got one that costs $2,000. I got one that costs $5,000. I got one that costs $27,000. I got one that costs $55,000. I got one that costs $375,000. I got one that costs $1,000,000. And they're all mine. This is my intellectual property that I conjured up in my creativity, told the world about. I gotta have one of those.
In true beach fashion, holding your hand and walk. Yo. Gosh. Alright, let me go. I'm trying to go to an area that isn't too packed. Alright, you guys, so I made it to the beach. As y'all can see. It's so pretty. So I wanted to do some like journaling and some like stuff. And not do it in my hotel room. So today was day one of the conference. It was really good, very insightful. I feel like I definitely had a lot of things come up, a lot of great ideas and things to reflect more on and really try to execute once I get back home. So honestly, just praying for diligence to execute and obedience and fearlessness. But it was great. I'm definitely glad I came. Um, I think some of the main things that I connected with is that one, you have to, let me even get my journal so I'll show you guys. Let me tell you guys in my journal because I wrote stuff. Ooh, you don't have to wait till it makes sense. Um, you don't have to wait till it makes sense. Serving is the seat, not a strategy. Serving is the assignment. And basically to expound upon that, because I feel like serving, I definitely think one of my, look, I don't know if things are gifting, but one of the things, like I love to serve. I love to serve people. Because I truly believe the way up is always down. Like that's a biblical principle, but that's one that I try to live my life by. So serving is the assignment was the key point, and I truly agree with that because I think sometimes it's so easy to people to do things for people just because they want something out of it, and they think serving is like a strategy to get what you want or to get on top, but it's in a weird opportunist way because servanthood is like no matter who it is, like from the CEO to like the associate, like it don't really matter who on what level, what class, like. So I think it's one that I strive to, one that I truly believe I adopt, and it's a value of mine, but it's one that I have to like lean in more and more because sometimes serving people is hard sometimes, especially depending on the people. Like it's not an easy thing to do, and sometimes it definitely gets daunting. So that's one thing I feel like I'm reflecting on more, even me as a servant, because I thought I was a servant. Then I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm as a servant as I think I am. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, that was one point, and then there was another point that about food. So I am kind of, it's funny because my friend said I eat like a rabbit. And it's so funny because I've been like, usually when I'm on like vacation or I'm out or I'm not usually in my main routine, like I kind of give myself the free will to like eat things I normally, like I had pizza today. I can't remember the last time I had pizza, but like now that I ate pizza, I'm not gonna lie, my stomach hurts. But I think having the Coach Rose speak was one thing I'm like, yeah, there's a reason I eat healthy, and it's like I'm gonna stick beside it. Also because it's just it really does change. First of all, like I'm gonna insert clips if I can when I was like younger, and I was bigger, and like my skin and just I looked a mess. And when I say a mess, it's not like ugly, but you can tell like inflammation was a really like I had dark neck, my skin was a mess. Like so when I say eating healthy is like part of how I'm able to function. I literally function better when I eat healthy.
is that's literally how I feel about eating healthy. Like it's not because I'm not trying to show off. Like I literally need to eat healthy because it's how I function. Because if I won't function well if I don't eat healthy, and it's like, yeah. If I yeah, I'll insert pictures if I haven't already. So that just honestly reiterating why I need to eat healthy and eat the way I eat honestly was very important because yeah. And then another one, yes, when you start something, you get weaker, lazier, tired, poorer, until it actually becomes easier and you get stronger, more disciplined, and it doesn't feel as daunting. And I think sometimes that beginning stages of things just not working is the reason why people never do anything at all. And I feel like I'm definitely in that stage where I'm in that stage in my career, in the beginning stages of my career. I'm in that stage as far as investing. I'm in that stage in a lot of different ways in my life where it's like I'm starting a lot of things and I'm getting small wins here and there, but then also experiencing losses. So it's like knowing how to just stay in it and not fully quit is one of the things that, I'm learning. And I feel like that discussion kind of made me realize just stay in it. Just stay in it. Like if the Lord directs you otherwise, then leave. But like just stay in it. Another one. Which one is that? Another one. Ooh. Hmm. A true believer takes action. A true believer takes action. Yes, a true believer takes action. Like I don't believe what I say. I only believe what I do. So a lot of people just believe for the sake of believing. But if you actually believe something, you do it. You know what I mean? And that is so true. That is actually it's like, duh. Like if I believe something, I actually do it. I don't just think that's why I'm like, I think sometimes, and that's why I always ask myself, like, do I really believe the Bible? Like I read the Bible, I study the Bible. Like, do I believe that if I implement this principle that I see in the Bible, that I will get the same result? Do I actually believe that that's real? Do I believe that I can actually attain that? And honestly, I can't say I believe all the principles. I can't. I can't, not that I don't want to, but it's one of those things like, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. That type of thing. Also, lastly, the importance of acquiring assets. I'm so big on that. And so I feel like I'm not a frugal franny, but like I'm very big. I've always been like money conscious in a way that wasn't healthy, but I feel like now I'm honestly money conscious in a way that is more benefiting to me. So like things like a car, like I don't have a car right now, and I'm actually totally fine with not having a car. Like I have a remote job, I don't really need reason to drive. If I had to, I use someone else's car, I take an Uber, or my friends pick me up, and like I have great community. So if they want to pick me up, they'll pick me up. But like so, I don't have a car right now, right? And so one of the examples that Myron gave was just talking about how like people will use like the money they work for to buy things that are depreciating like a car. And basically how the wealthy do it is like it's having an asset, pretty much assets or liability, having an asset that a a self a basically an income generating asset that will help pay for that thing. So you're not worried about because you're not worried about the money that you had to work for to pay for that thing. No, you have an asset that makes money that helps you pay for that thing. So, and that's one of the reasons why I don't have a car because I feel like I, first of all, I don't see the big reason to need one. I don't got no kids. I don't got like not that I don't got responsibility. I don't have major responsibilities that require me to have one. Um, and I'm like, I feel like I can afford a car. Like, granted, I make enough to afford a car, but I want an asset that is aside from my 9 to 5 that can now help me pay for that car because I don't want to use my my salary income for my car because it's just why like why. Anyways, those were the main things. Anyways, I'm wrapping. This is already up to like 9 minutes, so I'm really wrapping. But anyways, that was pretty much the whole spiel. I yeah, I will definitely go again. I'm glad I came and I'm glad I went. Yeah, so we'll see y'all. I just want to do that little recap. And then I will see y'all tomorrow on day 2.
Y'all stay to the conference. It's giving denim today. Denim. Yeah. One thing about the convention center, I mean, all convention centers are like this. They're cold as heck. And I'm so glad I knew this because I've been to Miami Beach before for ABFFF, and I was like, I know what I'm going into, so I came correct. But anyway, today's day 2. I just realized I can't record. So y'all probably won't be getting any clips, but I'm definitely gonna do a debrief and like a whole thing of how today went, like I did yesterday. So I will let y'all know.
I'm telling you, because what they are planning to do is not over. And
Can you talk into that? Tell us what's coming next.
so much. If you listen to people like Bill Gates, they're talking about the next pandemic. WHO is talking about the next pandemic. Klaus Schwab is talking, all of them. They've digitalized everywhere.
Alright, hey y'all. This is my debrief. I'm gonna do like day 2 debrief. So it's the last day of Millions. I'm at the beach, well, at the pool, and it's the last day of Millions. It was phenomenal. I had a great time. Like Dr. Stella Manuel popped off, Myron Golden popped off, or like everyone who spoke life. It was a lot. One thing I'm very, very happy for, and I can truly say there's definitely clarity and action steps that I know I'm gonna move forward with. And then there's a lot of more praying to do. So it's one of those things where it's like, there's stuff that I have to do and I know I'm clear-headed on, but then there's stuff that I know that I need to do but are probably just they're a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit scary, but it's not nothing I can't do in a way. So yeah, that's one of those. But I'm excited. I'm happy to see what the Lord will do, and I truly believe in faith that every altar of poverty is broken off my life, my family's life, my legacy, my bloodline, and the generations to come. For sure. All right, y'all. So I'll probably tune back in once I get back home. But anyways, bye, y'all. Bye bye.